Our next presenter is the lovely Sarah Peterson. I don't know how many of you have been attending or checking out some of our speaker series. The presentations we've been having for speaker series. We had 11 presenters last spring, which was phenomenal, fantastic. That was our very first speaker series, was last spring. And then we also did one in the fall, and Sarah presented at both. She did a session on gratitude and a session on mindfulness and meditation, and they were both really beautiful, and we wanted to invite her back to open up Flex Day for all of us. So please welcome Sarah Peterson from College of Alameda, Psychology Department.
Good morning, everyone. It's such an honor to be here and see familiar faces. That was a high for Reza back there. So what is radical gratitude? And the radical part is that we don't have to earn anything, strive for anything, or get anything. Everything that you want, love, joy, peace, abundance, you already have within you. Amen, right? In the front corner. We just get in our own way. We do these karate chops and have these inner blocks and defenses that block the receiving and the expression of who we already are. And to highlight this, we're going to do a simple experiential exercise where we're going to turn to our neighbor to the left and to the right, or to the front and the back, and simply give them a compliment. So go ahead and take the next 30 seconds or so to give the person next to you a compliment. It could be based on their smile, their clothes, their hat, something you know about them if you know them. Okay. So, were you able to give a compliment? Awesome. How did it feel to receive a compliment? What came up for you? If you're anything like me, if someone were to comment on my clothes, I would say, oh, this old thing. And my go-to answer is, it's from Marshall's. And I could tell you, girlfriends and guy friends, this skirt, you know the white elephant sale in the Oakland Museum, $1 like 20 years ago? This, my kid's high school for $2, you know? And it takes practice for me to simply say thank you and bathe in the joy that someone wanted to give me a gift. If we can't even take a compliment, what else are we blocking? How is it to give a compliment? What came up for you? If it was challenging to give a compliment, what else are we withholding in other areas of our lives? Because giving and receiving are one in the same. So, about these blocks, they're essentially us lugging our past with us. It's an invisible knapsack that we lug around, a weight that carries grievances, perhaps of this institution, right? The institutional knowledge, like I've been here for 25 years, the Peralta way, right? So we might be carrying past grievances about this institution, unmet, unfulfilled hopes and desires for this place, grievances with colleagues, with students, friends, families, money, our health, or even ourselves. And what's interesting about the past is that we project the past onto the future, and then we enter this vicious past-future cycle where we worry, doubt, and have anxiety and fear about the future that's based on our past experience. And so we never really allow ourselves to be present in this moment now. And so to highlight this, we're going to do another simple experiential exercise. We're going to do a couple minute-ish meditation. And I'm going to invite you to sit comfortably. Ideally, if you are able to, with both feet on the floor, start to get in a relaxed position. You might uncross your arms, lay them on your lap, whatever's comfortable for you. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes or having a soft, gentle gaze at about a 45-degree angle in front of you, you might even roll your shoulders back, rotate your head around. Start to consciously get grounded in your body. Now starting to pay attention to your breath. Notice what thoughts may be arising. They can even be thoughts about this presentation, judgments. Just we keep carrying the past with us. We have no idea what this moment holds or the next. You might even be thinking about what's on your to-do list or what's for lunch, or have anxiety about something in the future. Just notice it all. What feelings may be arising. We tend to think meditation is tuning out. In actuality, it's tuning in. Tuning in to what's already going on within us without our conscious awareness. Normally we run away from it, repress it, distract ourselves. I invite you to be the loving witness to it all. We think we're waiting for other people to affirm us. We're actually waiting for ourselves to affirm ourselves. Give yourselves permission to be the loving witness to all of you. And when you're ready, gently bring your attention, still grounded in yourself, back to the room. So what's interesting is as we allow ourselves to be the loving witness to ourselves, we then create this safe space for other people as well, whether it's colleagues, students, friends, family, and even those we may consider our enemies. How many of you were able to witness thoughts and feelings that arose? Anyone able to witness? Yes, okay, so we're not alone. We're all doing this work. Anyone notice like self-defeating thoughts? This will never happen, it's not possible, not good enough. Anyone notice any kind of limiting? Yes, exactly. It's the tape that plays. So the next step in radical gratitude is forgiveness. Forgiveness for this institution, not fulfilling certain needs and perhaps hopes and desires, forgiving colleagues and potential perceptions of betrayal, friends, family, situations. And what's most important is forgiving ourselves. Forgiving ourselves for giving this institution, colleagues, students, friends, family, money, and even our bodies, our power. Forgiving ourselves for even believing and telling ourselves these stories that these things were the truth of who we are. So forgiveness clears the perceptual window, clears the inner filter. And there's a famous quote that this highlights perfectly. We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So forgiveness frees us from the past, allows who we already are, the abundance, the beauty, the love, the joy, the peace, to emerge with greater ease and grace. Does that make sense? Are we willing to give ourselves a chance? What are you willing to allow for yourselves in 2025? It's really about what are we willing to tell ourselves? What are we willing to allow for ourselves because it's already within? The world is an illusion we project onto the fragmented parts of our minds. Can we wake up to now and claim the magnificence that you already are? And anchoring what you're willing to allow for yourself in gratitude. Gratitude is a cornerstone because it allows us to focus on what's working instead of what we don't want. And so now we'll do our final experiential exercise, where in groups of 2 or 3, share 3 things you're grateful for, whether it's about your career, your family, your health, your friends, your finances, or yourself. So take a moment to share 3 things in any area of your life that you're grateful for with your neighbors. Okay. I feel the energy in the room. Gratitude is abound. So you've set your intention of what you're willing and allowing for yourself in 2025 and beyond. You've anchored it in gratitude, in this vibrational frequency of joy and love. You've set something powerful into motion. So let's celebrate that for ourselves. Oh, yeah. So now, just know, as we do this work, we set our intention, what we're calling forth, things will arise, not to haunt us, but because they're on their way out. Things come up on their way out. We just preemptively stop it a lot of times. We get scared. We say, this isn't working. We self-sabotage, right? And so there's a certain patience that we must, and grace that we must extend to ourselves. And we turn to friends, colleagues, therapists, what have you, right? And do this so that we can stay the course. And remember, notice the inner blocks. Be the loving witness to it all. Forgiveness. Allow it all. And be grateful. You are worth it. You deserve it. And you are it. It was a great honor to be here. Thank you for gracing me with the time and the attention.